Cal, you were supposed to have this fight earlier this year and an awful amount of drama and heartache. Now you got the fight back. First off, talk to me about the last few weeks, because it must have been an emotional roller coaster for you.
The last few weeks have been tough to say the least, you know what I mean. It was just a horrible time. Obviously, the fight got pulled, which was no fault of mine, and then losing my mum around the same time, you know what I mean. But as soon as it all got cleared, you know, they were keen to get the fight straight back on, which obviously I was like elated about that, you know what I mean. So as soon as they give us that the opportunity there, I was just straight back on it and give us a motivation. You know, I'm super fired up. You know, I'm hungry. I'm back in the gym, training constantly now, and that's it from now. You know, my Christmas is on hold till obviously after the fight. Now this is my camp starting now. In my eyes, it's 13 weeks on Saturday, and I'll be the best version of myself for this fight around. Like last time, I was in the best shape ever. 3.5 weeks out, I was lighter than the day before the weigh-in when I fought Nathan Grayson. 3.5 weeks out last time, I was lighter than that. So I was 100% ready for it last time, and it stole it from us. So this time, it's going to be even more of a rough night for him now. You know, I feel like I've got that fire in my belly, and I cannot wait to get in there and get it done.
Obviously, when you had everything that happened with the scans and you put the Instagram message out, which I think, you know, everybody who watched it, you know, I think would have felt exactly the same. You know, they were absolutely heartbroken for you. Talk to me about the moment where the door was sort of cracked open. It was like, we're getting a second opinion on this, and then the moment you got the news that you were clear to come back again.
So that moment, actually, I was really lucky. I'm fortunate that I've got Alistair Bishop. He's a good, really friend for life, you know what I mean? He lives in South Africa, and I was trying to get the images from the original scans, and I could never get them. AFC wouldn't give us them. I couldn't get them, and Alistair Bishop went and he pestered the lab for us, and he was there all the time, you know. And he actually went there, and he eventually got them. You know, he got sent around to all these different places to different people, and eventually he got them. And that was the light at the end of the tunnel, just getting them images. Because even though the neurologist said the doctor wouldn't be wrong on the sheet, when I got the images, they were wrong on the sheet. You know, like they said all this stuff in 2017 when I fought, they said wasn't on my brain scans, but when the images came, all the stuff already was there. So they're saying I'm not at any further risk. I'd already been fighting. You know, it's something. I've had 5 professional fights since I had that scan, and nothing's changed at all. So yeah, I once the doors cracked back open with that, like it was just a glimmer of hope. You know what I mean? I didn't know what would happen. Obviously, I'm still signed to Bellator. They didn't cut us or anything like that, and obviously I beat Nathan Grayson, who was Cage Warriors World Champion, first fight in. So I think I kind of, and they know, like obviously, like I think I'm a good person for the organisation. You know, I'm happy to do whatever they want, media, any. I love it. You know, I love being a part of this life, and I feel like that. I feel like I suit their brand well and stuff like that. And I feel like that's kind of what had helped us out with it as well. So obviously, when they said about getting this back on, it was just absolutely over the moon. Just one of the best things ever, you know, like completely got us through that horrible time, horrible phase in my life, you know, like losing my mother, and it was my best friend, you know what I mean, and then all that, thinking I was losing my creator, then being back here now and complete new motivation, and just, I'm on cloud 9 at the minute, just being here with everyone, you know, the face off and stuff like that. I'm just cloud 9 literally.
Talk to me about your interactions with Jimmy. Obviously, you were down to fight in Dublin in September. Everybody knows the background behind why that fight didn't happen. Jimmy spoke up for you and seemed very sympathetic at the time, and obviously he's now accepted the fight again. So I mean, what sort of communication have you had with him over the course of the last few months, and how's that all gone?
Well, obviously I'm a fighter myself, you know, obviously, and when the fight was going to get pulled, I didn't even think anyone had even told him. And for me personally, I even though all the beef and all the stuff that was built up around it, I thought, you know what, if this is not fair on him, you know what I mean? I didn't want to get him too close to the fight for him to not be able to get him an opponent. So earlier from the fight, I was like, look, like, I'm going to have to tell someone that this is going on, because no one was saying anything. So I contacted Jude and I let him know the situation of what was actually going on with CFMMA and stuff like that. So I think then James had found out, and James messaged me, and we had a little bit of crack on about it, and he was just saying, like, you know, like it's a shame to say anything like that happen to someone who's just trying to get after it, which is the same, you know, like obviously last time when we went to do a face-off in Dublin, he couldn't come because of a family emergency, and I wasn't the first. A lot of people might have said, oh, bullshit, this and that, but I'm not like that, you know. I thought, well, fair enough, you know, a family emergency, whatever, I'm a family man myself, like, cool, we kind of come, whatever. And I think obviously it's a fight. We're still going to feel the same way about each other. But that kind of, it was a little bit of respect there from that. And then obviously when I acted the way he did when the fight got pulled and respected me in the same way, I kind of just, that kind of, I see him in a different light at first. Before I thought it was all just, I thought it was a bit of a dick, to be honest. But then obviously after that, I still want to punch him in the head the same amount. You know, that's not going to change. But aside from that, I do have a different kind of respect for him now. And I'm looking forward to testing myself against him. I feel like that's why this fight is different. You know, I feel like we do. He knows I'm a tough fight for him, and I know he's a tough fight for me, and it's a mutual respect thing as martial artists. I feel like we both know we're going to have a work cut out for us that night. So I feel like that's why it's a little bit different between us to what it's been in the past.
How much of this does it feel like a second chance? Because I mean, there must have been a moment there where, while you were obviously hopeful that things could get back on track, that it might not have done.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like James had a big part of it coming back around, you know, and because obviously I know John Kavanagh wants to fight as well. But the reason why I feel like that's the case is because I believe that James, as a martial artist, does want to test himself and have hard fights, and I feel like he's maybe had, well, one hard fight with Ivan Diaz. Jeremiah Labiano, that's maybe another tough one, but aside from that, I don't really think he's had a tough fight. So I feel like James wants the kind of notoriety to say, like, I am having hard fights and stuff like that, and I feel like that's why he might have pushed for it as well, because he knows, he can say what he wants, but he knows I'm a tough fight for him, as I do the other way around, vice versa, you know. So I feel like he pushed for it a lot, because I feel like he wants to prove to a lot of people that he can beat me the same way I want to prove that I can beat him. So I feel like he had a big hand in why I come back around. So yeah, it does. It feels like winning the lottery, getting this fight back, because this is where I believe I should have been my whole life. But obviously fighting over different countries and stuff like that, I haven't built the same European name as what he has. But I feel like after this, I feel like that'll all change, you know. So I'm really looking forward to getting some hands on him.
It was a turbulent sort of chapter in your career the last few months. Start of a new year, start of a new chapter. When you look back at this next chapter, how's it going to read? This will be a good one to get behind us. You know, I'm glad I put James away, get that done, get him finished, submitting, knock him out, whatever it takes. But it'll be good to get that behind us and start 2020 with a bang. You know, I feel like if I do beat James the way I believe I will, I feel like that'll open the doors to the stages I want to be on. You know what I mean? I want to fight overseas. I want to headline Newcastle. Even better if they ever came to Sunderland, which they wouldn't. It's a shithole. I love the place, but it's a shithole. They come to Newcastle, but you know, if they did come, I'd love to main event Newcastle. I'd love to main event anywhere really again. Get this win, and I feel like that's what will happen for us. And I feel like I'd love to fight in New York if that was ever an option. So these are the things I dream about. So beating James will get us there. So that's how my chapter will start there. Just getting this one out of the way. Brilliant. And last one, I know there was an awful lot of support for you on social media when the news first came out. Just got a message for everybody out there who reached out to you and to the fans who spoke and left messages of support during what would have been the darkest moment of your career, right?
Yeah, just honestly, I can't thank everyone enough. Like some of the people who got behind us, like all my support back home, Sunderland till I die, literally, like it's my world. You know what I mean? All the people there, like the kids I grew up with, my friends, my family. Everyone, all the people online, people who I've never even met, you know, the support I got was absolutely crazy, heartwarming, you know what I mean? So this next fight's for them, it's for my mum, obviously, in memory of my mum, this one, I'm dedicating this one to her, I'll put him away, and it's all for her, but it's for them as well, you know, like I'm literally fighting for them now, you know, I'm going to make them proud. I realise how many people back home I've got behind us and stuff like that, and how many people believe in this, so I just can't wait to get in there and show them that, like, how much I value it, you know what I mean? So, plus I have a second chance, and just can't wait to shine and go there and into the hostile environment and win it for them, you know what I mean? That's what it's for, like, definitely.